Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope you all stay warm this winter. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. So our original plan was, have a dinner, watch a movie, and have a couple drinks, slice of cake, and then say happy 21 to me again. But thank you for the fake snowstorm.
It was real.
Again, it wasn't real to me.
I mean, that's why we didn't go to the movies, because it really snowed what prevented us.
Okay, anyway, so we decided to stay home, watch Flyers game. Thank God we won!
Woohoo!
So we just watched the movie The Wandering Earth, and we like to share a little bit of our reviews and opinions about the movie. Okay, so spoiler alarm, this video may contain some
graphic nudity.
So if you haven't watched the movies, hit pause. If you don't mind, keep watching it. Okay, so now let's let Nick wear his astronomy hat. Tell us about how he feels about the movie.
So for those of you who don't watch my own astronomy channel, and I run astronomy Facebook page.
Sure, link down below.
I am also a NASA JPL solar system ambassador. When, by the way, asked me to watch this movie, I was very intrigued. One of their most major movies in science fiction. So the premise of the movie is based on the citizens of Earth generating enough force to move Earth out of the sun's gravitational pull and safely navigating it 4.2 light years away, which is a very far distance. So a lot of that does seem out of the realm of science and more into science fiction. How do you move the Earth away from the sun? So in order to actually make this work, you have to escape the sun's gravitational pull. So the escape velocity of the sun is 617 kilometers per second. The Earth moves at 30 kilometers per second. So you need to add 587,000 kilometers per second velocity to the Earth to move it away from the sun's gravitational pull. Where you're going to need 16 quadrillion times of all the force that is equal to all of our nuclear weapons here on Earth.
Which is 12 zeros.
The movie doesn't tell you that when it takes place.
Yeah.
So the sun is going to die in about 5.5 billion years from now. So it means that the sun is currently our main sequence star, and it's going to expand, get bigger, and die out. It's going to swallow Mercury, it's going to swallow Venus, it's going to swallow Earth as it gets bigger. So my guess is that this movie takes place 5.5 billion years from present day, which means that humans are still around. So we've survived all global catastrophes.
Yeah.
We have survived 2 galaxy collisions. So for those of you who don't know, we are going to have 2 galaxy collisions within the next 5 billion years. One, we are going to collide with a small satellite galaxy, and then we are going to collide with a larger galaxy about 1 billion years after that called the Andromeda Galaxy. So if our solar system survives both galaxy collisions, any Earth catastrophes, asteroids, etc., here we are as one human civilization with enough technology to
move the Earth
away from the sun's gravitational pull and safely navigate it to a completely different star system. The movie was a little complicated to understand because they didn't really explain the 10,000 thrusters they used across the Earth to move the sun's gravitational pull. They didn't explain what type of energy they were using to use these thrusters. They also didn't mention anything other than that 17 years ago, 3 years later, etc. So it made it a little bit complicated. I felt some storylines were a little weak in the movie, as I think that they were kind of pulling one story away from the premise of the film, but a lot of films tend to do that. But overall, as for China's very first big science fiction movie, I thought it was successful. I mean, it's about time. I think one of our most populated countries in the world is taking that giant leap.
Yeah, for me, the movie is like another Chinese movie, which is totally, it is another Chinese movie for me, but which is totally different than the other kinds. So we are not just focusing on our culture and our history, we're moving forward to our future, which thank God will be long gone, so we don't have to suffer that. But I find the movies very cool to watch. For me, that I don't really understand about the physics, the astronomy. Maybe the movie wasn't making perfect sense for people who are smarter than me, but I was more focusing on the storylines and how do they save the Earth, or how do they try to move the Earth outside of the Jupiter.
17 years after they've successfully initiated this this mission, they reached Jupiter, which again I questioned the mathematics and the speed. I don't know why it took 17 years to reach Jupiter. It is too slow. But the movie then goes to Jupiter, which is a couple of small things that I did notice about Jupiter. One, they showed only one side of Jupiter. Everybody likes looking at the planet Jupiter, and mostly known as Jupiter's Great Big Red Spot, which is a storm on the surface of Jupiter. And currently that Great Big Red Spot is shrinking. So if this movie were to take place 5.5 billion years from now, that Great Big Red Spot is gone. Also, the movie takes place over the course of one day, and it shows the Great Big Red Spot the whole movie. But Jupiter's rotational period is about 9 hours. So we should be seeing the Great Big Red Spot disappearing and then reappearing every 9 hours in the movie. So we wouldn't be seeing it throughout the whole movie. So that was another gaffe. The coloring of Jupiter was a little bit off, but then again, I won't discredit them for that because it's, again, 5.5 million years from now. We don't know what changes may happen in our solar system and what may cause those changes.
So actually the movie gave me some hope for the Chinese movie industry, that we can definitely see much more regular movie coming out, and which is more attractive for foreign cultures.
Of course, in any science fiction movie, there's going to be science inaccuracies, and I don't think they were trying to portray it as realism. I think they were going strictly for fantasy.
This is probably the only one that I watch. Try to move the Earth and travel with the Earth instead of by the worksheet to travel by the worksheet.
So there was actually, I read a theory about that. Apparently I think this is covered in the novel, that they were gonna use spaceships to move, but only the super rich and the elite could afford it. And that wouldn't have been fair to the rest of human civilization, so they decided to come up with a global plan to move the Earth along with a space.
If you have to rate the movie from 1 to 10,
I give it about a 6.5.
oh, which is not bad.
Not bad. Coming from a foreigner perspective, it doesn't blow me away. Again, probably because of the barrier that's there, the cultural barrier that's there in the movie, because it doesn't employ Chinese elements that are relative to the Chinese culture. And that's something that me as a foreigner is probably not going to understand or fully grasp. So I think just because of that part of the movie, as well as some of the plot points and some part of the storylines where I thought were weak, especially there's a protagonist in the film. I think when you add those levels, especially in a movie that is about saving civilization, I think it kind of veered away from that a little bit. So that's why I give it about a 6.5.
I would give it 8 out of 10 because based on my understanding and all the histories, that's definitely the #1 movie that we've been making about scientific. For you, whoever's interested in the movie, that's definitely one of the movie that you should check it out.
If you like foreign films and don't mind watching subtitles, I would recommend seeing this movie.
Okay, thank you guys for watching our video. We definitely gonna post more this kind of related video in the future when the weather gets better. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you like the video. Please give us a thumb up.
Thumbs up. 再见。